Hi, everybody. I woke to the sad news that Loaf has passed away at the age of 74. Loaf is most remembered for being the singer on the Bat Out of Hell album. I did a video on this record when Jim Steinman passed away last year. Jim Steinman is the person who wrote all the music and lyrics for Bat Out of Hell. So I'll leave a link to that video below where I go kind of more in depth with this record. But I recently made a video on albums that really, bands and artists and albums that really make me think of the 70s. And one of them that I mentioned was Meatloaf and Bat Out of Hell. And I told the story how when I would visit my grandparents, my uncle had this record in the room he used to live in. This was just sort of sitting there on the shelf. So I used to always see this album cover. And this is like I said in the video, just an album that it's just a classic, great, melodic, hard rock record. It's very well produced. It's the songwriting and lyrics on it are fantastic. It's sort of a very theatrical, and Meatloaf is the perfect singer for this album and for this music. He had a very big, dramatic tenor voice. He had range, but he had a very big, heavy sound to his tenor, belty sound, which is a very, very theatrical, like a theater type of tenor. He wasn't a Steve Perry type tenor where he had a very light. Steve Perry has a very light, airy type voice. Meatloaf had a big, round voice that to me just fits this album perfectly, and he sounds just fantastic on this, and he sells every one of these songs. And this album, as I did a little bit of research here, this album, it's one of the best selling albums of all time. It still annually sells 200,000 copies or more every year. Amazing record. You hear a ton of these songs on classic rock radio. And again, the combination of the fantastic songwriting, the fantastic playing. Todd Rundgren produced the record here. He also helped with some of the arrangements of some of the songs. Todd Rundgren is an amazing musician, and it just adds to this whole record. I mean, every song on here. I particularly love the ballads. I think that's where Meatloaf's voice really shone. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's awesome. Heaven Can Wait is one of these ballads I was talking about there. He was able to do very gentle, quiet sounding things and then just get so big. 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad. That's one of my favorite ballads of all times. I love sort of the lyrics, the twist on the lyrics here. It's like a ballad, but it's sort of just the way the lyrics are written. I want you, I need you, I love you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. So don't be mad, because 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And Meatloaf just sells every one of these. Paradise by the Dashboard Light. I mean, that whole like spoken word part in the middle there, where he's going back and forth. It's just fantastic. For Crying Out Loud, another beautiful song, the title track. I mean, this whole record is just, to me, again, it screams the 70s. It's everything that's good about 70s rock for me. The experimental nature of it, the great production, the great songwriting, the great performances. So I'll be honest, I didn't really follow Meatloaf after this. I can't really speak about any of the other albums. I've heard some of the stuff on the radio and given a casual listen to a few of the things, but really this is the album that had an impact on me and that sticks with me the most. So Meatloaf, rest in peace.